this is a big problem. It's a big problem, and you are going to see this happen in your life, and you're going to see this happen in the lives of people you care about. So there's these two different sides, right? And I know, we all like really care about looking good to other people. But I'm going to show you something here of how this type of thought process of wanting to look good for people is actually psychologically messing with your ability to accomplish your goals. I know, I just like, whoa, how did that just happen, Kirk? Let me show you something very interesting. And it's all going to make sense. And this is going to be super helpful to you as you go to move forward for yourself and as you help other people move forward. So let's take this a step by step here, and let me show you the rest of what I have for you here. So there's this front, we know it happens. Okay, so there's a journey, and it's called the progress journey. And the progress journey, there's where you're at, and then there's what you wish you could do, your skill level, your performance, your behavior, your attitude, your income, the condition of your home. But you know how you see what you have, but then you're like, oh, I really think I could really do this. And you're ready for like an improvement, right? Well, there's this, it's called the progress journey, and that's what I'm calling it, is the progress journey. Now, there'll be other people in your life who will end up watching you, like this is a family member or a friend, and they are in your life, so they see what you're doing. Now, you have a tendency of really caring about how people see you. And so there's this front that you try to, have, like you got it together, your life is okay. And so here you're about ready to want to improve something in your life. And so the progress journey is, well, to get to do something new, it takes a little bit of crawling, then stumbling, and then you have to find your balance, and then you have to walk, and then you can run. Well, people, maybe you, have a tendency to want to be able to run to your goal first. I mean, you're an adult, right? So as an adult, you shouldn't have to take baby steps to move from where you're at to where you want to go, right? You should be able to skip these steps, right? Well, here's the thing. I coach people like every week, a lot of people, and I do a lot of training, and I know this progress journey. There are baby steps, which we're going to call the crawl, and then there's the fumbling around and kind of being awkward phase, and then you find your balance about how to do this new thing that you want to be able to accomplish. And then after you find your balance, you actually can start to pick up the pace towards your new goal. And then you can find yourself moving more quickly and efficiently towards that goal. But this all goes in a particular order. It goes in a particular order. Baby steps, awkwardness, find your balance, pick up your pace. Then you really start to feel the momentum as you're moving forward. So other people in your life are watching you, they see you. And so you, in your head, go, okay, somebody's watching me. I'm going to go for this goal, and I am going to start out with momentum. Like, I can do this and I'm really good at it. So then you go to take off towards this improvement and you can't. You can't. You're trying to like have all this momentum and you maybe you're starting a new business, right? You're starting a new business and you're like, oh, you just want it to take off. Well, for some reason, it's not taking off. Or maybe it's a new class in school, or maybe it's a new skill that you want to do, and you're trying to like look good for other people. So that means you gotta look good while you're doing what you're doing, and so you try to take off full blast. Full blast. This is running, going from where you were to where you want to be, and you take off at a full blast. You don't even know the baby steps yet. You know what happens when somebody takes off running full momentum and they don't know what they're doing? They fall down. They crash. So this is the interesting part. We as people, each day we find ourselves, putting up this front. We want to look good and sound good and always look like our life is okay. But then when we, in our own personal life, try to set a goal, we try to set a goal about what we want to do and what we want to accomplish. And so we take on that same type of thinking that, hey, I got to look good doing this, so I'm just going to go full blast. And what happens is this person is not conditioned. They're not conditioned to take off at full momentum. And so they take off at full momentum. In a very short amount of time, they burn out and they stop. So I talk to people and I listen to people and I watch them go for their goals. And it's really interesting that people don't want to do the baby steps. I try to give them baby steps. I try. I go, hey, your next step to go from this size of result to this size of result is you get to do this tiny step. And guess what people tell me so many times? They tell me so many times, they go, oh, don't give me the little stuff. Give me the big stuff, Kirk. And I say, no, you won't make it. Oh, I'm an adult. I can do this. And I watch as they try to put up a front. They don't want to do the baby steps, the little steps. They don't want to because they think that it turns them into an infant. I really think that's what happens is they think, oh, well, if I do these baby steps, I'm going to be like a big baby. It's like, wait, okay, that's a big baby. That's too big. Okay. So they think, well, if I have to crawl, I don't want to look foolish doing baby steps. And it's really interesting because people, because they know other people are watching, or I'm watching, or a family member's watching, or their spouse is watching them as they're trying to, get to this point of this new goal. And they don't want to do the baby steps. They tell me, Kirk, just give me the big stuff. I just want to do the big stuff. And there's people that I go, okay, fine. I'll give you the big stuff. And then what happens is they go for about 7, 8, 9 days. And then it all falls apart.